The Whine and Cheese Show is a Metaverse and NFT discussion and interview series brought to you by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and host BEN68 and Morecheese. Warning: the information and opinions within are solely the views of the individuals involved and contains content not suitable for anyone.
G'day and welcome to episode 57 of the Whine and Cheese in the Metaverses show. I'm BEN68 here with my co-host Morecheese, and we've got a spontaneous intern, the legend of MBE, Zoey. We are recording on Friday the 29th of October for Cheezels, which is Saturday the 30th for Zoey and I.
We had a lot today. On today's show, we talked awesome gala and Upland collapse. Jacky sigh, is there more than what meets the eye? Froyo, not just frozen yogurt. Ozzy, he's still alive? Yes, he is, and he's in the Metaverse. BEN68 tries to get us canceled with the haptic gloves. Then we dug into some regenerative fries from McCain. Geez, how much did we freaking talk about? Bad breath? Get over to Listerine Metaverse, you dirty bastard. Taxes? Taxes? We don't need no stinging taxes, but we have them anyway, and Norway's going to help us. While Interpol Popo helps us with cybercrimes. And BEN68's old mate, Zuck, still a cuck.
So, yep, get ready to get cancelled in what might possibly be the last shitty episode of
the worst show ever.
Whine and Cheese. Time for Whine and Cheese. Whine and Cheese. Time for Whine and Cheese. Cheese. One is a wanker, one's slinging stumps. One's from Australia, one's from the Bronx. Talking about the Metaverse and NFTs. Interviewing all the real crypto G's.
Hello, welcome to the Whine and Cheese in the Metaverses show. This is episode 57.
I got nothing.
Bastard. All right, we have a voyeur in the house.
Yes.
She's right down there. She's supposed to be up there because the ceiling cat, but she's down there. She's a floor cat. So she's going to watch us.
In Australia, so she's not a basement cat.
There's no basements in the freaking desert either. Like, like,
You
it
know
blows
how much
my mind.
I would love to have a basement.
Me too.
And in Japan, a lot of the houses have really cool attics. I'd love to have an attic.
Yeah.
A basement and an attic would be awesome.
Attics make the house colder, though. I've known.
Well, that's good because where I live is freaking hot.
Oh. But yeah, like I would like a basement in the attic too, but they don't do basements in the desert. I'm gonna have to go out there and just freaking dig. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe because it's not as easy. Like rock.
Like when we have the wet season here, if I go in my backyard, the groundwater's at the surface level, so there's no way we could have one here. But an attic's a different story. I'd love to have an attic.
Well, maybe because of the typhoon season, monsoon.
My suburbs been flooding.
Yeah. I'll dig my own ditch.
Anyhow, that's pretty random. But yes, Zoey, one of our legends of MBE, she is in the house, kind of.
Hello, hello.
All right, what are we into, Cheese? We're straight into it?
Straight into it.
All right, now we've got a few things. Of course, we're going to kick off with some Upland shizzle, as Cheese likes to call it.
Well, I like saving the boobies. Did you buy any of those booby things?
Yes, I got up at 2 a.m. to, I managed to get all three. And it was lucky that I only just recently started selling for USD in Chicago, just a little bit here and there. But, I think I had just over $30 and I just blew it all on those. So,
yeah, like it's a fundraiser. It's for a good cause. They're cute. I like them. I wish I could get more. Like, I wish I wasn't just limited to 3 since it is a fundraiser. I would have liked to buy more and give them out sort of thing for a good cause. Maybe Upland, and if they don't sell too well going forward, they can open it back up to those who had recently purchased and let them buy more.
Yeah, did you see that weird glitch where you bought the first one and then there was the option within the UI to press to buy it again, but then it would glitch out and say, "Oh no, you've already got one."
Oh, I didn't get that.
Yeah, So yeah, I grabbed all 3 of those, and I don't think I'm ever gonna wear it, but it's in the account there.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be events later, like maybe a pink event where everybody, puts on something pink, or just whatnot. And I know, oh gosh, I know Human is doing something. Maybe we could have him talk about it on Tuesday during the UDU podcast. He's trying to set up some sort of meetup on both coasts for breast cancer awareness. So
That would be perfect.
yeah, right. I would like to hear more about that. But all right, moving on to MV Motor Sales. Did you get a car?
Well, I got up at 2 a.m. on Thursday to get the breast cancer block explorers, and then I got up at 2 a.m. on Friday to see if I could get a car. No, the closest I had was 500 and something. So and there was only very, very small availability. So I actually woke up at like, I don't know, it was 1 a.m. or something, and I quickly checked my emails and saw that I was 500, and I just cancelled all my alarms because it's, goes back to my long-held whine where please put a gap between registration and sale. So how about yourself? Did you finally get one?
No, 400 place. I know these are still the early mints. So, and I know it's like it takes a while to mint them. I'm kind of almost glad I didn't get one. Like I would have totally purchased one, but I still do want the semi-trailer because it's good for our business. But yeah.
Well, there was no semis in that sale. I don't think.
Yeah,
it was just
no.
all cars.
Just the fast ones.
I had the balance there, but I've also got that UCC contract that I need to pay off too. So I wasn't too disappointed that I didn't get one. It was just like I checked the email and I was like, meh, turned it off and went back to bed. So yes. So and then of course
the spooky ghost block explorer giveaway.
Yes. So this is one of those ones where you have to, buy a property, mint a property, visit a property, and you get so many entries, and then, no transparency. They just say, here's the winners.
Yeah. The one thing that people have negative feelings about is the swapping, the trading.
Why?
All right. Well, there was 2 reasons. One, because there's going to be people taking advantage of it, trying to get swaps in that aren't legit, like swap something bad for something really good. And then on the other hand, they might try to do swaps that aren't legal, which are the big property sort of things to level up.
Seems pretty dumb though. Like, why would you go to the risk of all that just for a block explorer?
Well, that's the thing. Like, they'll use it as an excuse, like not for the block explorer, but they'll say, "Oh, I didn't know," sort of thing. We have this event coming up, and we thought it was swap anything, sort of thing. I don't know. It's just weird. But I did the standard hunts for it. I think that's all I'm gonna do. You could do 20 standard hunts a day twice. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I send to a property every day. At the moment, I'm selling multiple properties every day. So I spawn my standard treasure. I'm not going to do anything other than what I usually do. If I win one, I win one. I mean, it's not a very good ghost if you compare it to the 2000 and whatever it was, 2020 Halloween ghost.
Yeah.
It's pretty dirt.
How many of them are there? 300. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I'll probably buy it for $10 afterwards. What happens, Zoey?
I don't even bother with the trading.
Yeah.
Me neither.
It's not worth it.
Oh, look, here we go. We got a leaderboard.
Oh, see where you are, Ben.
Oh, it wouldn't be anywhere. Malang.
Will you type your name up there? Ben, username equals BEN68.
Oh, here. I'll be like 400,000 or something. No data. Yeah, that figures.
No data.
Yes,
It's so fancy.
I mean, it's kind of cool, but meh.
I mean, yeah, like we're total bitches. Like we would totally take it if we got it. But like we're not gonna, yeah. Anyway.
Moving on.
There was something I wanted to. Oh,
All
The
right, what do you got
new city lines.
for Qatar?
It started with an L. It's in Qatar.
Yeah, whatever that city name is. Yeah.
But
So that means it's coming soon. I would expect that's probably second week of November, which is going to be bang on when we release Outdoor Decor. I told you we're going to
but
get
maybe
stooged.
not. Maybe not, because if you go there, there's not anything there. It's just actually being developed, like in real life.
Yeah,
Like if
but
you
that's
go
not
to the
gonna
place
matter.
next to it,
Mm.
underneath, I forgot the name of that. I'm so prepared. But that's a full city area. But if they're only going to where the stadium is, and from what I hear, they're just developing it, there's really nothing to get. Like they might just put it out as a no mint sort of thing, but you could go there to buy soccer stuff or whatever.
Oh, I guess it depends. Like they may have all the city planning might be there. It's just not actually developed. If the city planning's there and they have the base foundationary infrastructure, then they'll still sell the plots of land in Upland.
All right.
We'll see how we
That
go.
would
Yeah,
be interesting. That would be exciting.
I can almost guarantee that we're going to get stooged on that.
It's
Like
not
we talk
very
about the
big,
RNG gods, this is kind of the Murphy's Law gods.
I
Taking a
don't
big
know.
dump on our opening day.
I don't think so. I think on our opening day, we're gonna be left with like dust. All our stuff is gonna be sold out, and I won't be complaining about the other stuff. I guarantee you.
Qatar, what are you going to do there? Like you didn't even go to Dallas.
I'm not
Is
gonna go.
Qatar, it's not even on your radar. Yeah,
No.
I'm thinking because I've got so much going on, and with the what I want to do and to finish off Midtown Terrace and all that, I think this will be the first city that I go to and just buy my generic 3 for the generic collection, and that's it. I'll probably
Yeah.
get 3 big ones within a 100K budget, something like that. Yeah, maybe 5 at a stretch, just to have a couple there for some flippage later on down the line, but we'll just have to see. Yeah,
I really want Boston.
yes, because we haven't had a city release in October, have we?
When did
Dallas and
Texas come
Arlington?
out?
I don't know. I don't think that was October.
Maybe September that was.
Yeah. So yeah, we know they're pretty bang on schedule with this whole 1 a month thing. So we'll have to wait and see.
We'll see. I'm just excited to see what else they have coming out like before the end of the year.
Yes. All right, in other Upland news, we have got Gala Games and Upland collaborate. Now, we did touch on this on 2 episodes back. When that article first dropped, it was all new and we didn't really know what it was all about. So I'm hoping this article goes into a bit more details of what we can expect. It says, creating an open economy in the Metaverse. Upland, a virtual property metaverse linked to physical locations, began working with Gala Games in the Voxverse on October 13th. The partnership is a part of Upland's continuous effort to create an open economy, yada, 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 compatible with the Ethereum blockchain. That's what kind of got everybody excited, was the potential for that whole cross-collaboration Ethereum bridge and that sort of thing.
That's what they were saying when they mentioned it in Vegas.
Interesting. Yeah, because we did have that drop about the Ethereum bridge coming online soon. So it says Vox's exclusive NFT collection will be integrated into the Upland environment. So from that, I guess we can expect maybe some extra kind of legits or who knows.
That would
It'll
be useful in the
interesting.
Vox metaverse.
Yeah, I think wasn't it you that said it'll be interesting to see if we can buy the Vox NFTs for UPX?
I would love it, please.
Yeah, but it's going to be like, if they're going to maintain like a comparable economy, it's going to be like a million UPX to buy.
I'll still buy it. I'll still
Mm.
buy it. 1 million UPX is easier to accumulate than $1,000.
Absolutely, it is. Yes, especially when I don't have to do anything. Flex. Upland will have a headquarters in Voxverse and vice versa. That's pretty cool. The Upland Metaverse will welcome the Vox community with special events and competitions like treasure hunts, races, and city.
Yeah, that is so freaking cool. Upland will have a headquarters in Voxverse.
Yes.
Nice. And remember, we had that Vox slipped up and said where they're gonna have their
Oh, their
headquarters.
headquarters. Yeah, I don't know if that
Manhattan.
was I don't know if that was a slip up.
I don't know.
Getting it out there. The Vox community will have access to upcoming cooperative activities. Yeah, cool. Gala Games is one of the leaders in the PTE industry. We know all about that. Mafia Walls and Farmville, yeah, they're huge games. The Voxverse is the NFT-powered metaverse for Gala Games. Yep. The Upland Gala, here we go. The Upland Gala partnership is founded on the platform's mutual desire to introduce asset interoperability between them in order to build an open metaverse. The biggest platform for trade and establishing cities in the metaverse is called Upland.
Nice.
The language is finally getting out there.
Yes.
Yes.
I like that.
And it aspires to grow in Web 3.0 by creating and collaborating in the metaverse. Yeah, we've been saying this, and a lot of people in the space have been saying this, where a lot of these metaverses operate like as independent entities. You've got the Sandbox, you've got Decentraland, where Upland is priming itself to be essentially the central node of all of the interconnected metavi.
That's awesome. This is a great article.
Yes. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to touch on that. Gala Games and Vox have both reached significant milestones this year. Earlier this month, on October 6th, Gala Games and Universal Games started working together by releasing the DreamWorks Animations Troll Vox collection. Yeah, so there's massive projects getting involved on the Vox side of things. Of course, with those kind of mainstream collections, whatever you want to call them, NFT drops and whatnot, that brings a lot of eyeballs to the space. And of course, by default, if Upland is connected into the mix, then that is going to drag more eyeballs into Upland as well. And I think, isn't it what you always say too? Like, or it might be somebody else in the UDU podcast, like, no, it is you. Like, imagine like all of the people from the Ethereum side who are used to buying, say, land in Decentraland or Sandbox, and it's like $1,000, $20,000. Hey, wait, I can buy land in Upland, and it's like $1 or $2, $5.
That was me. And like, they'll be like, oh my God, this is so cheap. Let me get as much as I can, sort of thing. And if you're listening, Vox people, yeah, at the moment, it is very affordable to get in. And I think you should get in because Upland is going to the moon.
Yes.
Not financial advice.
Not the moon. We're going to bloody
Mars, Jupiter, Uranus. We're going to go to Uranus, people. Right up there. You bastards.
I could say something, but I won't. Moving on. This collaboration represents a major victory for the Voxverse, since it will make the Vox community and Vox holders more useful in the Upland metaverse as the Voxverse grows. And it is an exciting new time for both parties, and new developments should follow the partnership. Yeah, that's. I think I think this is way bigger than we can even begin to imagine.
No, I understand how big this is. Like, for me, I feel like these last couple of months in the year are going to be pretty much huge in regards to where your foothold is in Upland before they start going crazy with people coming in and just buying up stuff like crazy. I think if you have a plan and you want to implement it, start doing it now. Like, if you wait until the new year, it's going to be a lot harder. It's going to be a lot more difficult.
Absolutely. Yes. Get moving.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I'm pressing the wrong button here. All right, the next one we've got up here is Jacky's Tsais iconic fashion collection, Meta Skull, debuts at Upland. And look at this. Oh, that's the heading we want to see.
Yes. Look at
Upland, the largest metaverse.
We were like, where is this? When is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? This is going to happen when it had all its freaking ducks in a row. The ducks are there. We're ready. Look at that skull. Look at how amazing that skull looks. Those are coffins. The teeth are coffins, Ben.
Yeah, that's cool.
Holy
That's-
smoly.
I love how
Con-
excited you are.
Contemporary London-based artist Jacky Tsai and his fashion collection Metaskull became his first entry into the metaverse, debuting at Upland, the largest open metaverse map to the real world. Fans of the Shanghai-born designer around the world and the Upland community will have the unique opportunity to collect and trade 3 different blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so we already had this sale. It sold out reasonably quickly, considering the prices. There was a few tailed off. It took what did it take, 3 or 4 days?
I don't
Maybe a
think
week?
people knew. I don't think they knew how important this one sale was. Like, I don't think they got it. They were too busy being mad and emotional about the blobs of baby skin. And they let, when it comes to money, and I know people hate that word investment. Investment means a lot of things. You don't get emotional when it comes to money. You know, you see something like this and you're like, I got to do it. At least get one.
Yeah, at least get one. I think a lot of people got their nose out of joint that Upland had the release of the Blob Halloween NFTs prior to this. So myself included was tapped out from Apex. I'm a bit more fortunate in that my account is at the stage where I can just do nothing for a day, and I have enough Apex built up that I could buy 1 or 2 of these. But a lot of people aren't in that situation. I think we talked about it. Might have been in just the Upland general community, where it just feels like you're a fat cow just constantly being milked for your Apex.
But here's the thing, they have to make their money, A. B, if they didn't have that Halloween sale, people would have complained that they don't have enough stuff to put in their nodes for the competition to win. All right, so they made up for the blobs of baby skin. I don't know. I think I would always still buy Upland stuff. I'm at a point now where I'm not a whale, I'm a fat dolphin. I kind of got myself up there slowly but surely. I got lucky with a Chicago terminal. I was able to sell for quite a lot of money to get those high dividend places. And I know not everybody is in that thing, but this game is not going to be free to play anymore. This is going to be pay to earn.
Yeah, and I think it's a good lesson too for people. Like, if they hadn't released those cheaper ones and they only released this, well, everyone would have been raging that's too expensive. Nobody can afford it. So
exactly,
it's a good lesson to. It's like crypto: never all in, never all out. If you see, and we know we got Christmas coming up, the exact same thing's going to happen again. If you blow your entire account, chasing one thing, of course you're going to be upset when they release something else or a new city announcement or cars or.
It's strategy. You have to have strategy. You can't expect to play a game and get everything. You have to pick and choose. I didn't want to miss out on Dallas. I don't want to miss out in Qatar. Like, I just know that for me, I need to strategize. I need to prioritize my way,
Yes. Absolutely. What's this here?
What's this?
Jacky Tsai, in partnership with Froyo Games, will launch its first NFT collection in Upland.
What?
Froyo Games? I haven't heard of that before.
Whoa.
I wonder what the deal is there. Froyo. I didn't hear that as any part of the spiel that they put out. Interesting.
No.
Alexander McQueen designer. Wow. Fans of former Alexander McQueen designer will be introduced to the Upland experience on Site 3, where they can contribute and benefit from Tsai's unique NFT collection. Whoa.
This is weird. I'm thrilled to bring the Metaskull collection to Upland's global audience who are eager to support quality digital art. Upland's unique building environment allows for unlimited artistic growth and expression, which is key to bridging the gap between the art world and the ever-expanding metaverse, says Jacky Tsai. My vision for this collection is to inspire a new generation of gamers with bold and thought-provoking designs. Cool.
Wait, keep reading, because I have Alexander McQueen. I just remembered. All right, I have an Alexander McQueen scarf. They go for about $500 to $1,000.
Oh wow.
And they're really cool. They're like these skull scarves. Keep talking about.
Zoe, can I put you to work? Are you able to do a quick Google, find out what Froyo Games is? If
Yeah, of
possible, please?
course.
Thank you. Look, we've got an intern, Cheese.
Yes, here it is. Look
Oh
at this.
wow, yeah.
It's made of completely silk and it's all skulls.
Ah, cool.
It's
Where'd you get that from?
all right, so this is an interesting story. So when I used to work in Border Free in Manhattan, we had a department that they did all returns, like anything that didn't go through. So Border Free was basically, they got destroyed when the dollar went up in value. They made like a platform where you could go to if you're from overseas, like England, France, wherever, Australia, and you wanted to buy stuff from America, but you didn't want to pay the extra prices. So they had this whole thing where you rented like lockers, and they were able to put multiple people's orders into one thing to make it really cheap. And the only way this was going to work is if, you know, the euro was higher, right? Well, now you know why I'm not working there anymore. So long story short, they had a returns department, and this was returned. No, this wasn't returned. I'm so sorry, Border Free. This was a test. They told people to sign up. My name was picked. I even put my husband's family, because they were in Finland. So if you had family that lived overseas, and I could have got you in this if we were friends back then, they would send you products for test just to see how fast you got it and how easy you got it. And this was one of them.
Nice.
Lovely.
Yeah, $1,000 scarf.
What'd you find, Zoe? Did you find anything?
I did. I can do a very quick read for you.
Yeah.
Says, welcome to a metaverse where you decide how you wish to play, earn, trade, stake, farm, and swap your assets the way you want. Froyo Games is not just a platform. We play an active role in the development and curation of gaming content, the upkeep of the code base, and explore new exciting ways to implement gamified finance into both existing and new games via a mixture of in-house development or co-development with our strategic partners. Which from the looks of it is Metal Genesis, Claw Stars, Musketeers, Crypt Ant Crab, and a couple of others coming soon. They've got an articles section. Claw Stars is NFTs. They've got a game box beta. Not
This
quite
looks
sure
cool.
what that is.
This looks so cool.
Claim your free VIP pass NFT.
Wow.
Okay, that might be worth looking into.
Yeah, we'll have to follow that one up.
I'm gonna send you the, if you wanna.
Can I just read out some of the brands that they're backed by?
Go for it.
So Animoca,
Nice.
We
You know
Made,
that one.
Spartan, Marana, GBV, Genblock Capital, 12 Capital, Avocado Guild, Koi Capital, Chain Capital, and the list just goes on.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, I'm just bringing up that article that you sent me, Cheese. Yeah, well, here we go. Froyo Games. Yeah, cool. Look at this.
It looks cute. I wonder like how much you need to get into any one of them. I'll do some research into
Deep
it.
dive.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. There's just one more thing to touch on here, which is a comment from old mate Dirk Luth himself. He says, as far as the Jacky Tsais partnership goes, we're thrilled to elevate the visual aesthetic in Upland with an artist as talented as Jacky Tsais and to introduce this unique Metaskull collection to the Upland community. With this collection, every property in Upland will be graced with iconic visuals as more and more property owners bring their personal style to the metaverse. Yeah, cool. So yeah, that's really cool. I like that.
Nice.
And yeah, there's some extra stuff to dig in there as well. And
This is a great article. What a find. What a great find, Ben.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. I think that was all we had for Upland related stuff. Unless there's anything else you wanted to touch on?
Not really. How about you, Zoe? Anything you're looking forward to?
I'm just biding my time. I'm sitting on my hands. I keep snapping up properties in Evergreen, in Detroit. Yeah, I did manage to buy myself a Halloween pack. So my residence is now kitted out in zombie tape. But other than that, I've not really had the liquid or the incentive and motivation to get involved in too much else.
Yeah, just save. You never know what's coming up. You know, they have stuff around every corner, so just kind of like save up and something will grab you.
Yes.
Nice. All right, we're going to move on to some other articles. This one is a classic. Legendary rocker Ozzy Osbourne's Ozzfest is coming to the metaverse. Now we did see. Gosh, this was quite a while ago now.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 months or more ago, and you found that article back in the time.
Take it away. That NFT thing, and I went to the Discord, and I didn't really care for it. I mean, it wasn't horrible. It was just a lot of hype, and you know, it was just bats. It was a whole bunch of different bats, and you know, I'm not into that kind of stuff. It's not that I'm against it or anybody that is for it. It's just not my thing.
It was that cookie cutter generated NFTs. You know, you got a bat with a hat on, and then it's got a monocle, and then it's got a this and that, and
basically, yeah.
Yes, all right. So it says Ozzfest, though, is coming to the metaverse. Now, just off the top of your head, without cheating, which metaverse do you think? It's got to be Decentraland, probably, or Sandbox. What do you reckon?
I feel like all the banks are going to Decentraland and tax places. I think all the celebrities are going to Sandbox.
Or what's the other one? Roblox. That could be the wild card.
Roblox would be best.
What do you think, Zoe?
I think it's probably Sandbox. I reckon he's probably following Snoop Dogg's path. Because I'm pretty sure he owns land in Sandbox, so
you're all losers. Decentraland.
Oh, it's Decentraland, is it?
Yeah.
Tell us what we lost.
Following your dignity and your reputation. Following the drop of Ozzy Osbourne's crypto bats and NFTs that consisted of 9,666 uniquely, boringly generated bats, Ozzy and his wife Sharon announced Ozzfest is coming to the metaverse. This annual Hard Rock Festival will take place in Decentraland from November 10th to the 13th, located on various stages in the virtual metaverse land. Now, it sounds weird, but as somebody who's been a raging metalhead since the very early 80s, first ever album I bought for myself was Slayer Hell Awaits. So in Australia for the longest time, we would never get big, massive bands come and play in Australia, or if we did, it'd be Sydney and Melbourne, and that's it. As I got older, that kind of changed a little bit, but we would look at festivals like what's not Ozzfest, what's the other one, Lollapalooza or something? Yeah, we'd look at festivals like that and the band lineups they'd have, and we'd be just so mad jealous. So, and
well, I got to see Ozzy.
yeah, there's Bloodfest. There's a whole bunch of the international festivals where you see the lineup and you're just like, that'd be awesome.
Like I saw him in Finland in 2010
Yeah.
for Ruiz Rock.
Yes. Now something like this would get me to get more engaged in Decentraland. Like if I could get over there and live watch a couple of shows, yeah, this things like this is what's going to grab my attention specifically. Like I said, I've been in Decentraland, I've played around, never thought much of it as pretty much a ghost town, but special events like this, hell yeah, I'm definitely going to check this out. November 10th to 13th. Oh, right when we're launching the bloody Samurai Aquatics. Damn it.
Always the way.
I'll kill you if you put it out.
According to announcement revealed on Tuesday, the Osborns are bringing Ozzfest to the Metaverse. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, here we go. The Metal Festival will host a lineup of over 100 acts, including virtual performances by Ozzy Osbourne, Motorhead, Black Label Society.
Motorhead. I used to
Lemmy's
listen to
dead.
them.
How is Motorhead still going
I
without
mean,
Lemmy?
lead singers are replaceable, dude.
Lemmy's not. Jesus, he's the... Well, maybe...
Sorry.
Did either of you two ever get into Static X? The lead singer was the guy with the crazy spiked up hair, and he had the crazy big long beard. It was kind of in that same kind of vein as Korn and all of those sort of bands.
No.
I really liked Zoe.
That's what I got into. I was into into System of a Down,
I like
Korn,
that.
Marilyn Manson, all those sorts of ones. Slipknot for a bit, though I do prefer Stone Sour opposed to Slipknot. But yeah, like I have my moments. I rage out.
I know
Yeah.
Motorhead had that really cool mustache kind of thing that attached to his...
Lemmy, yeah, he's a legend. So I don't know how you'd ever replace him. But then, as I was saying, like Static X, the lead singer Wayne, he died of a drug overdose, a prescription drug overdose, basically. But that band is still touring, and they're using they have a replacement singer, but he wears like a zombie version of mask of Wayne Static. It's really really well done. That's kind of, it sounds like it's exploitationary, but it's really cool. Like myself as a fan, I super dig it. I think it's cool. Like I'd love to still go out there and
I
watch the
super
show,
dig
even
it.
though you're not.
It's so keen.
I've already had my American rage before we kicked off the stage. So I'm just going to let that one slide.
I'm not calling you an Aussie. I'm calling you old. You're using
Well, am I old? I will not deny that.
I dig it. That's like Archie comics.
Oh, here we go. Look at this. In addition to
Jughead.
Aussie, the festival has had a great number. Oh, there's talking about previous lineups like System of a Down, Pantera, Mudvayne, Static X, Hatebreed, Sepultura.
I used to
Slipknot,
love
Godsmack.
Pantera, Sepultura.
Used to? How do you not?
No,
love-
I still do. I'm talking about like crazy. Like every time we get in the car, there's this great channel here in Arizona. I don't remember the name, but we never change it. And it's like all the freaking like 80s and 90s metal. And it's so cool. I know the words to all of them.
You speak my language, yes. It says the festival is set to start on November 10th and run for 3 days on its own land parcel located in Decentraland. Yeah, this is cool. The music festival is free for anyone to attend, but owners of Aussie CryptoBats NFT collection will get VIP viewing assets and free wearables. Now that is cool.
Wow, that is cool. That is right there.
Yeah, maybe you should have
There's
picked up
your
one of those
utility.
bats. Yeah, there you go. Osborne revealed the CryptoBats NFT collection in December 2021. Yep. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm thrilled to be bringing Ozzfest to the Metaverse, Osborne said in a press release. This allows me and the other bands on the festival to engage with the community in new and interesting ways. We have some really exciting things planned. Oh, I'm definitely going to check this out. I'm just hoping my donkey laptop can actually load it.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so, and again, I think this is, we have seen other people, Miley Cyrus, bloody Justin douchebag head and all the rest of it.
It's not
There
nice.
have been various rappers and that, like, dip their toe in the metaverse, but stuff like this that shows how NFTs can be incorporated.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Now, he looks really good there. Do you think he's had any work?
Oh, he's got crazy makeup on.
I reckon he's had a ton of work and then he's got the makeup on top.
I
Yeah,
like
and he's
that. I
probably
like that
on-
when celebrities do that, because I don't want to feel old. Seeing a celebrity that's old, it makes me feel old, so I appreciate it. Thank you,
Probably
Ozzy.
on stem cell therapy, and who else wouldn't? I'm all for it. Whatever keeps him rocking, I'm all for it. So, yeah, no, I'm definitely putting this on the calendar and going to check that out for sure.
For sure.
All right, moving on. Now, this is something we've talked about
Ooh.
too for a long time in this show, is the idea of haptic accessories for the metaverse. We've talked about haptic vests and what else we
Yes.
talked about, Cheese? Haptic helmets and
I want this. I want to be
The
able to
kitchen
pick up
mask.
a gun and shoot
Yeah.
someone without holding a controller to do it. I want to feel the gun in my hand.
well, we've also talked about how the whole sex industry is probably going to
Oh,
lead
like boobies?
a lot of the development of stuff in the internet all was pushed forward by the whole porn sex industry and that sort of thing. Haptic gloves, that could throw a whole different spin on
I
things.
guess
But
the first thing that came to my mind was like a gun, and like maybe if I had to punch somebody or strangle them.
yes, well, read that headline.
Maybe
Read
I'm
the
a
headline,
different
Chase.
customer. These haptic gloves for the metaverse require air pack. Cost $4.95 per month. Whoa!
think
I
about
was
that?
gonna say $4.95 forever. That's great. $4.95 per month.
It's cheaper to get a hand job in the real world.
Holy fucking shit, Ben. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Only costs $5 a week behind the bus station.
Oh my god,
Oh.
Ben. Oh, you're so
And we're
uh,
cancelled. And we're
I
cancelled.
That's
haven't
so
heard that.
sleaze. I mean,
haven't
I
heard
don't
that
know what's
reference in
worse, me
ages.
wanting to kill people or you wanting a $5 like handy behind the fucking gas station.
No, I didn't say I wanted one. I just said it's an option.
It's a lot cheaper long
I
term too.
do want to kill. Well, all right, moving on.
Moving on. Yeah,
Virtual reality.
let's I better zoom this in because the writing's small, and let's find out exactly what this is about. Because that's a steep
Yeah, that's
price.
crazy.
$500 a month is mental. So it says here, virtual reality experiences can be immersively realistic. In fact, some are so convincing that users forget they're seeing something fictional or end up using VR to treat certain phobias. But what if you could take this realism a step further by physically feeling the items you encounter in game? Yeah, that has to be the next evolution of all this stuff. That's the question behind Haptic X Inc.'s new haptic gloves, which use tactile responses to make VR experiences feel more immersive. Yeah. The gloves incorporate two kinesthetic feedback gloves and a wireless air pack, the latter of which can either be worn by the user like a backpack or set on a table nearby. The air pack is responsible for generating compressed air. Now, you talked about this, didn't you? About little blowing sensory things?
Well, that was the kissing one that we
yes,
discussed
it
in
was too.
there. Yeah.
Yes. And controlling the air's flow, both of which are essential for to conducting detailed haptic feedback. The gloves themselves, which come in 4 sizes, contain hundreds of microfluidic actuators that displace the skin with each pulse.
Wow.
This gives the user the sensation that objects they are touching and interact with in the virtual space are real. Yeah, that's cool.
Now, is the $500 monthly depending on how much you play it? Like, because that's an air refill sort of thing? Oh, here it goes. Whether that be financially viable depends on the company. Haptics gloves G1 cost $5,495 per pair with a $500 monthly fee. The fee is
$5,500 to buy it.
yeah,
and then
that's
a $500
crazy.
monthly fee on top of it.
The fee is part of the unavoidable haptic subscription program, which includes service, maintenance, and the company's software development kit. The
Ah, okay.
haptics SDK is said to enable developers to incorporate Unreal Engine and Unity plugins, utilize C++ API, and take advantage of features already built into the product, like advanced vibro tactile feedback and haptic multiplayer feature that allows multiple users to feel the same objects. That's
Okay.
amazing.
This makes more sense. So this is not really a commercial product yet. This is like trying to get it in the hands of developers, basically. It's like when Oculus first released. I know back then when I was engaged in game development, there was a few game developers who ponied up the dough to get the early Oculus sets and all the dev kits so they could start working on games to be like at the leading edge when the first games experiences come on board. They would already have stuff there. So it's one of those things where you got to spend money to make money.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's wow. That's a chunk of change. Haptic argues its gloves G1 are far more accessible than their predecessor, the Haptic X gloves DK2, which cost over $10,000 per unit, which is pricey even for the enterprise VR scene. Yeah, so I mean, this is kind of, it's not even beta testing, is it? It's kind of concept testing almost. So yeah, no.
Well, if they were able to go down by half, like 10,000 to 5,000, 490.
Well, it's like anything, you know, when the first ones come out, it costs a fortune. Like, think about the original bloody LCD TVs when they first came out. They were like 10, 15 grand. Now you can go, I can go buy
Ben,
one at Aldi for $500.
Ben, look at that. It's impressive that users can feel different textures, manipulate virtual materials, and otherwise physically experience simulations. VR cat cafe. You could pet the cats and you pick them up.
Then I want a haptic boot so I can kick the cats.
Oh, kick you!
You're mean.
I don't do cats, I do lizards and birds.
Whatever, man. You don't
Don't let me ever
kick
see
a
you do it.
cat. I will freaking take my haptic glove and stick it up your arse.
I like how you tried to say the Australian version of ass.
I was watching the clip from the Fast Show, Mr. Fleming's, where he had the guy with Tourette's. He's like, "Arf."
Arse.
I put the video in MVE video game chat. Oh my god, Fast Show is great. Moving on.
So yes, we're definitely cancelled after that one. $5 hand jobs beyond the bus station and kicking cats. It's been a nice ride, Cheeds. We'll go out on that.
Good times.
We're fine. We're fine.
We've got our intern and we've lost her on the same day. It's
Never.
Nah, I'll cut the
You
back
shoot
of
the
her.
child in the voice channel.
I'll cut that tendon behind her feet so she can't go anywhere.
Oh, that used to. What movie's that from? That freaked me the f out when I saw that. Like, I can deal with, you know, Terrorizer when the chick's cut in half and all that sort of stuff because it's not. You can't imagine the pain of that. But when
I can imagine that.
When I saw
yeah, the
that
tendon.
slice through the tendon, the close up. What movie's that from?
I think it was a kid that did it. Maybe Chucky or Pet Cemetery.
It might have been Chucky. Yeah, it might have been Chucky. That freaked me the hell out when I
Look
saw
at
that.
Zoe's face. She's thinking about her escape plan. No, you can't go. No.
I'm fighting off the painful sensations. Like,
Yeah.
Oof. I don't do well. Yeah, I can watch violence and gore and that sort of thing, but I've got to be in the right mindset.
I could just misery your feet.
If I get caught unaware, I start feeling physical sensations that match what I'm hearing or seeing. It's not cool. So yeah, I was just trying to sort of desensitize a bit.
Maybe it's because I put myself through university working in a slaughterhouse, and I know I have the muscle memory of what it feels like to slice through a big massive tendon like that. So
people, not animals.
Yes. Same with eyes. I can't deal with anything going into eyes.
Oh, you're gonna love Terrifier 2 then.
Oh no, no,
A
no
lot.
spoilers, no spoilers.
No spoils at all. But yeah, that's my thing too. Eyes are super sensitive. Like the only thing I like about my glasses is that nothing can get to my eyes as easy.
Yes. Ugh. All right. So where are we up to next? Okay, now this one, I don't even know where to begin with this. McCain Foods enters the metaverse. So McCain is would only assume that's a huge American brand as well.
Well, I know
if
them
not
as
the
French
biggest, it's one of the
fries.
biggest. It's
Yeah.
one of the biggest, frozen vegetables, frozen whatever the hell in Australia for sure. And it's got here Farms of the Future, home of Regen Fries. Now, we talked about this before you kicked off. I think that's hilarious. Regen Fries is obviously a play on Degen. That's just hilarious. Now, this does look like a Roblox character on the left here. So, hedge your bets. Where are we going with this one?
Roblox.
Gotta be Roblox. Gotta be.
Yeah. A general consensus.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding,
McCain
ding.
Foods, the company behind the famous McCain fries, today announced its entry into the metaverse for its newest product, Regen Fries. The launch forms part of its hashtag Save Our Soil campaign, an initiative aiming to educate and engage McCain's younger audience about the benefits of regenerative agriculture through collaborations with metaverse platform Roblox, an NFT-themed restaurant, Bored and Hungry. What? NFT-themed restaurant?
Okay.
I'll open that up. The use of regenerative, I can't say that word, regenerative farming in the production of regen fries, potatoes, forms part of McCain's global yada, 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 yada. Blah, 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 blah. They're just pimping themselves out. McCain's Farms of the Future free-to-play game is available globally today on Roblox's Livetopia, allowing consumers to virtually grow potatoes using regenerative farming techniques whilst gaining rewards for applying regenerative practices. In addition, the Bored and Hungry restaurant will serve Regen Fries at its flagship store in Long Beach, California. What? Have you heard of this? As well as at pop-up locations in London and Toronto during October and November.
What kind of rewards can we get for applying the regenerative practices? Because I wouldn't mind having a potato farm if the reward was pretty cool. Flipping delicious.
Put a pin on this. So this is the Bored and Hungry thing that they're talking about.
Look at all the eyeballs. Look, they knew you were coming here.
Oh, it's not much of a website. No information. Interesting. So what did it say it was? An NFT? What's the words I used? NFT themed restaurant. Bored and Hungry. NFT. Well,
but it is. Keep changing.
Oh, right. So does that mean that all of their meals on the menu are based on the Bored Ape NFTs?
Yeah, it seems that way.
So I know Bored Ape has a cafe, but they say that they said that there's free to play game is available and whilst gaining rewards for playing regenerative practices in the game. Like, what kind of rewards can you get for playing?
Yeah, it doesn't say, eh?
Well, I play Adopt Me with my 11-year-old on Roblox, and one of the tasks you've got to do is work in these little shops that they've got set up. So it might be that they're creating their own sort of game platform within Roblox where you go in and you would earn maybe Robux or something like that, or maybe NFTs. Maybe you can connect your wallet and you get NFTs for, growing their potatoes.
Maybe. So here we've got the menu.
They're
for
so
the
messy.
That looks shithouse.
That looks
Bored
so
OG
messy.
burger. $13 for a shitty old cheeseburger.
Can you go to the vegan one? And they had a vegan in the menu.
Yeah, it'll just take a while to load. Mutant feeding vegan beverages and sliders. Holy hell. Prices.
I'm
Mental.
curious what they're gonna do as vegan.
This just seems like somebody's trying to make a quick buck.
Well, I
Based on
know,
the
I don't know
imagery.
because the Bored Apes has a cafe and it's very popular. That looks better.
I think it looks
That
exactly
looks
the same.
way better. I'd
do
try it. I would definitely
do
try it.
I'd try it with your money. I wouldn't be spending.
You bastard.
be
Well,
I'd
spending.
buy you a burger. I'd buy you a vegan burger.
I was
Yeah.
going to ask, is that USD or
Yeah, it would be.
AUD?
That'd be
USD.
US. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be anywhere between a $15 and $17 burger for us.
Burger.
I'll feed the whole family for $17. That's freaking ridiculous. So.
Yeah, but it's an experience. Come on.
Yeah.
Now
So,
it was
I guess that's kind of cool.
What was the game called again in Roblox? Liveathon. Livetopia. All right, I'm just gonna type that to you so I don't forget it.
Yeah, that's one of the areas within Roblox, Livetopia. So I might get Keanu onto this one.
Yeah, he should be doing his research for us.
Yes. So again, I think this is cool. It's one of those things that these kind of situations lead to other companies following suit and getting involved, or at least asking questions within the company. What's this metaverse thing? What's it all about? So
yeah,
I like it. All right, how are we going for time? All right, we better get a wriggle on here. I think we've got a few more to touch on. Well, now you've just had your Metaverse burger. You've just had your shitty Metaverse burger. You're on a date and you've got shocking breath because you've eaten your whatever it was, your mutant vegan overpriced pile of slop.
Yeah, I like
deal.
onions. I like onions, so.
There you go. So we've got here, Listerine enters the Metaverse to help fight off bad breath. Like, is this just getting crazy?
I mean, you got to think of everything. You got to make it involved.
What the hell is this? Breathcalypse from Wonder Man Thompson, Brazil, shows that bad breath can cause a real apocalypse in people's lives. Okay. I'll have to zoom in again.
Where do these people come up with these things?
Don't know. Johnson & Johnson Consumer Health is embracing the metaverse with a game theme. Here we go again. Game-themed activation for its Listerine antiseptic mouthwash brand. Blah, blah, blah. The campaign, which launched across Brazil and which runs for 1 month, features a game called Breathcalypse, which simulates real life. The online and open world game takes place in the city of Complexo within the metaverse, where people create their own characters, live in a community, and interact with each other. I wonder if our old mate Musita knows anything about this.
I wonder if you can only have like Johnson & Johnson products.
In the game, players wake up with green smoke coming out of their mouths.
Wow.
With this smoke representing bad breath. Those players who are around people with bad breath will see their stress levels gradually increasing, making their vision blurry and causing a bad breath apocalypse. By searching for Listerine within the game, which is available in pharmacies and vending machines throughout the virtual city, and by using the product, players can ward off bad breath.
Wow.
What the actual? As well as making use of innovative technologies such as the Metaverse, Listerine brought a novel element to the campaign launch with the inclusion of an in-game comedy show featuring Brazilian actor and comedian Old Mate, a Listerine brand ambassador. The comedy show could be viewed only on the day of the launch by all the players present in the city on that day. Those who successfully warded off bad breath on the day were able to watch Old Mate's comedy show. So there you go. There's a bit of utility as well. The show featured skits built to convey key brand and category messages within the region. Doesn't say what metaverse it was. There's nothing. So basically, whatever it is just a giant kind of fun ad for Listerine.
Yeah. Is it their own metaverse?
I think a very, very basic kids game based around this concept would be awesome because you want to be teaching kids and reminding them frequently to, think about their oral hygiene. But for grown-ups, like, we just see this as a gamified ad for Listerine. Like,
Yeah, basically.
where we may not get a lot of utility out of it, but I think if there was just like a really, really easy to use children's platform based on this, it would be fantastic.
Yeah.
What
And it's one of these things where the YouTubers, the gaming YouTubers would get hold of something like this and have heaps of fun with it. I know Keanu watches all sorts of weird games like this. And if you're listening on the Spotify, we're just watching the video for this game now. It looks pretty cool,
good.
actually.
Yeah, it does
Graphics
look good.
are well done.
Looks like The Sims.
Oh, look at that. That's like Grand Theft Auto almost.
Grand Theft Auto, yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Huh, this is kind of cool. Yeah, and we got some YouTubers there. Look, everybody's piling up at the Listerine machine.
Yeah, but do you have to do work in order to get money to buy the Listerine?
Mind boggles. Well, now we're going futuristic. A simple bad breath can cause a true apocalypse. Do.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I love it.
Well, they've obviously spent a significant chunk of change setting all that up.
Like, I want to play this.
Considering that's just for, by the sounds of it, it's just for the Brazilian kind of customer base. So, interesting. Again, I think it's one of those things where it's maybe it's not the product itself or what it's actually doing there, but it points to where some of these things are going to go in the future. And we're talking about everything's going to be some kind of gamified NFT reward experience. So, yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe if you've got something, maybe it's the Roblox. Maybe they do a sponsorship deal. Your Roblox character, oh no, your Listerine morning, your bad breath's kicking in. Well, maybe you've got to go in real life, and if you get a real life version of the product, if you buy some Listerine from freaking Coles or Woolworths or whatever the hell you have in the United States, and you buy that product, you scan the QR code, and maybe that gives you some extra benefits. Who knows?
We haven't had Woolworths in over 20 years.
There you go. That tracks. We're about 20 years behind. Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. It seems at first read, it seems a bit kind of cringe and silly, but yeah, when you dig into the core of it,
if it really looks like the pictures, the video they showed, then yeah, it looks really cool.
All right, now you found this one. Now we've had a bit of fun, and now we're going to go into some doom and gloom stuff. Take it away, Cheese.
So basically, taxes. It's something that's inevitable. It's death and taxes, and Norway is embracing this. Like, they're getting into the metaverse and they're opening a tax office. So imagine you get into NFTs, you get into crypto, you get into blockchain, and you're like, oh, I'm so happy. Then the end of the year comes and you're like, oh, I'm not so much happy anymore because I had to pay taxes. This is smart. This is something that I think they're going to get a lot of people bum rushing to kind of help them along. Norway has forayed into the metaverse with the announcement of a tax office in Ethereum-based Decentraland. The country's tax agency,
yada yada yada,
Yadi10, along with its central register, blah 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 blah, revealed their metaverse ambitions at the Nokia Seminar 2022. Both government agencies are set to partner with the Big Four accounting firm Ernst & Young to establish a virtual office. That's pretty cool. Ernst & Young is pretty big. In addition to the tax office, the Brunner, which manages Norway's public registers, is looking into other Web3 products, including smart contracts, wallets, and DAOs, among others. Wow.
The Norwegian
Nor-
government is hoping to target the next generation of taxpayers, the tech-savvy youngsters of the country who spend hours online and
Yeah.
who probably don't know the hole that they're digging for themselves by buying, trading, selling these things.
Yes, they don't. This is good. I like it. It's a serious article. It's necessary. It's something that's needed.
Absolutely.
I think it goes a long way in regulating and standardizing crypto as an income or finance, as a currency. And obviously the government and the tax agents are always going to want their piece of the pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cheese and I have had this conversation as early as yesterday about my whole thing about being extremely wary of triggering the tax man, giving him any excuse to start biting on your ass, because it's just so easy to dig a hole for yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like some countries are starting early or already into it where you have to pay taxes on trading NFTs. The US doesn't have this yet. They're thinking about implementing it in 2024, which is horrible. But to have a virtual tax office that is prepared to handle this stuff already there for people who are struggling is big. Like this is going to be a big thing because like you said, in Australia, it's really hard to find anyone who has any know-how.
Well, they're only just getting their head around crypto tax kind of now, and NFTs, forget about it. They've really got no idea. They have general guidelines out there, but it's one of those things where, at least in Australia, and I believe it's the same in the States, the tax department can and does introduce and apply retroactive tax laws. Like they could bring in a new law and apply it retroactively, and you're screwed. There's no recourse for you. You're just you just got to bend over and take it.
That's so scary.
Yes,
because it's such a new market, especially or new industry, especially here in Australia. Like my sister wants to go into crypto brokerage for insurance. So she wants to make that her niche because we've got nobody here that does it. Nobody wants to insure anybody on the blockchain.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely a tricky emerging landscape. What else have we got here? The Nordic nations' blockchain ambitions are not limited to the metaverse. Earlier this year in June, the country's government revealed they were using Arbitrum, an Ethereum scaling solution, to release capitalization tables for unlisted companies. I don't know what that means. More recently, Norway's central bank was involved in Project Icebreaker, a joint venture by the Bank for International Settlements, which sought to explore the role of CBDCs in international retail and remittance payments. Blah, 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 blah. Earlier this year, EY carried out a survey in association with On-Chain Analytics to determine crypto adoption in Norway. The survey found that 10% of the adults in Norway own cryptocurrency. I think that'd probably be pretty similar in Australia. I don't know the numbers, but I think that'd be pretty close. 10%,
Oh yeah,
maybe. And that's only going to increase. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
by a lot.
According to the report published, the Norwegian tax authorities tax crypto following the general tax rules for assets with gains and income calculated as capital income, which is currently taxed at 22%. Yeah, in Australia, it's all capital gains, and I believe if you haven't held it for more than a year, the tax rate's more closer to 50%. So
yeah, well, for us, it's I think like around 25, 30.
Yeah. And just to speak to how paranoid I am about it, like I purchased 4,500 properties in Upland in Chicago, and I held all of those for a full year before I started selling, just as a kind of precautionary thing.
Just in case.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's good. Good on you, Norway. All right. Now, what do we got? Yeah, I think we could probably wrap up on these last two just quickly.
And
Says
just
here-
a quick
Oh.
extra. I think that's why Upland is so keen on calling it a game rather than
Yeah,
investment.
of course.
And I think everybody should just be careful when they say investment in that regard, because you know, you don't pay taxes on games, you do
Yep.
pay taxes on investments. So
And I did notice too, within the terms of service document, there was never, as far as I know, there was never any reference to tax. But even us people that have been around for almost 3 years now, we were asking about, are you going to be able to give us like some automated data set so that we can use for tax purposes? Upland kind of never really responded to that. It was, you know, do your own research sort of thing. But now there is language within the terms of service that hints at you need to take care of your own tax stuff in your own country. So, you know, I mean, which makes sense. They cannot possibly cater to every tax country's laws or every country's tax laws anywhere. So you got to do your own research, people, because like I said, you can get yourself in a world of trouble, especially with the Tilia USD out system. Oh, baby, I can see people just get destroyed when it comes to tax time. Like, yeah, yay, I've sold a property for $10,000 and then I take it out and then I've blown the whole lot. Well, that will get reported and there's going to be questions asked. So, yeah.
I don't think I've taken anything out of Upland ever.
I took $100 out for that fundraiser thing we did in UDU back in the day that turned out to be a scam. Probably 90% sure it was a scam. So that's the only funds I've taken out. Yep.
Fundraiser thing.
I'll take
all right. Yeah.
So, yeah, you just got to be careful, people. I mean, if you're pulling out piles of US dollars from your Upland account, that ain't just straight all cash in the bank for free. So
Yeah.
be careful. So here we've got kind of going off that as well. Interpol says Metaverse will spark new levels of cybercrime.
Oh, hell
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. And we've already seen this with organized, coordinated groups, even within the, like, as far back as probably 18 months ago, the newly established Upland economy. Like, there was basically essentially organized criminals running collection swaps and stealing people's collection properties and then selling them for USD and this sort of stuff. So, yeah, it's already a thing even within our little kind of ecosphere.
Yeah.
Says here, Interpol argues that the metaverse could cause new cybercrimes while flourishing current crimes. Of course, there are concerns about child safety in the augmented reality realms. Yes, previously Europol warned that terrorist groups might use virtual worlds for recruiting and training. Yeah, of course they will.
Wow.
It's just another form of technology. Criminals will exploit technology.
That's
Interpol,
crazy.
yeah, well, it'll happen for sure. And well, it already is happening. Interpol argued that the metaverse could give rise to new types of cybercrimes while enabling existing crimes to flourish on a larger scale. I mean, we've seen this with, you know, NFT hacks. There's always certain crypto coins that get hacked or whatnot. So.
Well, they're talking about brainwashing. They're referring to brainwashing. Like they say, if a terror group wants to attack a physical space, they may use virtual reality to plan, simulate, and launch their exercises before attacking. Like, hello, the January 6th thing.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to think about that.
Yeah.
Aside from the new ways, oh, sorry, Zoe, go ahead.
I think there is a huge responsibility for certain or for any platforms where their technology could be used for those means. Yep. I think, you know, KYC and verification and, you know, maybe having particular keywords that are flagged, you know, like bomb or murder, suicide, those sorts of things, to try and minimize and prevent that sort of behavior going on.
Yes,
yeah,
for sure. And it's also this whole Interpol thing. It's kind of like what Upland's setting up with how it's, I forget they're involved with all those other metaverses like Vox and all that. There's a whole, whatever that partnership they signed.
What?
Dirk was schmoozing with all those people from all the Decentraland, all the,
Oh
the
yeah,
people
yeah,
under
the
the
Animoca
Animoca umbrella.
peeps. The
Yeah, all
Animoca
that whole
peeps.
thing.
Yeah.
So that kind of acts as its own policing sort of thing too, where they're kind of going to look after each other and form kind of joint guidelines and whatnot to help address that. So I think Upland is at the forefront of,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
at least thinking about all this stuff. Although one thing that has been raised since I started and I haven't heard anything on is the hit by the bus factor. If I get hit by the bus, my account's gone. They've been talking about kind of having some legacy kind of system in place, but no word on that as yet. That's a little bit off topic, but anyway.
Just don't get hit by a bus, man.
I try not to. What do we got here? The last bit. In related news, recently the 90th Interpol General Assembly in New Delhi, India, unveiled the first global police metaverse.
What?
The Interpol Metaverse will enable visitors to explore a virtual replica of the Interpol General Secretariat offices in blah, 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 France without any... so it's just like a kind of a Decentraland thing. Hang on. Oh, no, that's just a FUD piece there. So, yeah, again, I don't think it's necessarily this article that kind of gives us much, but it's just the general background view of what's happening in the space. All right, and one last thing to wrap us up on. Oh, Cheese, you look like you're going to say something.
Sully's making pumpkin pie.
Oh, there you go. It's all happening.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, we've been touching on a Meta article every week for a while now, and this is going to be no different. My poor old mate Zuck. Meta's value has plunged by 700 billion. Wall Street calls it a, in quotes, train wreck. Ooh. What's the like we've just seen, like just after we got done with the UDU podcast, we were looking at the crypto stats, and I was saying it kind of feels like it's on a knife edge where it's either going to go a big green one or a red one, and we got a big green one. What are the other markets? What's happening there? Did you get a little pump in the other markets as well?
Well, my Solana went up slightly. I know Poly is really
Not crypto
going up.
stuff.
Oh, non-crypto stuff.
Yeah. Did you see a boost as well?
I don't know, because the ones I hold are the ones that go up and down normally, because I like buy and sell. I bank on them going down.
Yeah.
So I'm not like the usual trader.
So it'll be interesting to see if that followed suit, because if Meta's plunged 700 billion while everything else is going up, that would be concerning. So what do we got
Meta,
here?
I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to put the cart before the horse. Yeah. You got to talk to your man Zuck. You got to let him know that specialization and fancy stuff like legs, that could come afterwards. Like, put the stuff that people want first and work on the other stuff in the background. I think he wants the wow factor. He wants to get people in with the wow factor, and it's just backfiring.
Yes.
And he's just getting left in the dust. Like, every time he does something, he's like, oh wow, look what I did, it's great. And then like it's like, well, we did this months ago.
Yeah. Can you just carry on and read the first paragraph of that article while I go and find something?
Facebook parent Meta Platforms is making a huge investment in virtual reality, but its actual reality is looking like a real disaster. Meta shares tumbled 24%, wow, on Thursday to its lowest level in nearly 4 years, following an earnings report that one Wall Street analyst described as a train wreck. It's a far cry from the company's position nearly a year ago, when CEO Mark Zuckerberg on October 28, 2021 announced with great fanfare that Facebook was changing its name to Meta to emphasize its focus on the metaverse.
Well, what's the date on that where they announced the change?
October 28, 2021.
Okay, well, check this out. Now, I forgot I had a conversation with Kaiser in the Upland General about Meta. And I just remembered, and I found this. How's that for a chart?
Wow.
Look where the red candles kicked in. About October 2021.
Yeah,
So
but
since-
that's because of the investment that was put in. So
Yeah.
so whenever a company puts anything new out, they actually take a loss because of invested liquid that they had on hold. So it always looks like a downturn.
Yep.
Or whenever they have to like put out extra shares to get more income to do their thing. I think the timing of Meta was great. 2021, it's like kind of like the beginning, but I think, like I said, he's just being too fancy. Like,
and it was right at the bear market kind of flipping too, wasn't it? So it's kind of probably just unfortunate timing.
yeah.
If you're listening on the Spotify, we've got here, it's the share price, the 5-year chart for the Meta platform share price, where in October 2021, it was probably in the, I don't know, I can't really see, but maybe $380 range. And then it's just all red candles, including a big, massive, fat one, all the way down now to $129.
See, with the way I trade, this is a beautiful chart. Like if I bought in at, let's say, back in August 2018 at 150, and then like I sold contracts of my options at like 350, that would have been a great
Would've been
profit.
champagne time.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, we have talked about too, where yeah, they're taking a loss in the short term, but is he going to have the last laugh in the long term?
He
So,
might if he gets some people to kind of, point him in the right direction and he listens to them.
go away, Elon. Yes.
I mean, that leg thing is actually quite amazing if he can do it, where the Oculus actually captures leg movement based on, movement of your head. Like, that's huge.
Yeah, that has huge implications and probably financial ones for gaming and whatnot.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
not just about the the kind of hype factor or whatever.
But like, put that in the background, like surprise people with that later on. Like, I think he just wants to be the first one to do it and the first one to say he's doing it or working on it is the whole thing.
Yes. So it says here the company Travails raised questions about its all-in bet on the metaverse, as well as whether the social media company could suffer the fate of other major businesses whose gambles on the future failed to pay off. In the near term, Meta's core Facebook business is facing challenges as the economy slows and advertisers trim spending. So, interesting. 9.4 billion in metaverse losses. Ooh, that's a lot of money. Investors aren't convinced. The company is making what amounts to a wildly expensive bet on its ability to transform into a virtual reality behemoth. Yep, it surely is. And whether that technology can power the next phase in Meta's growth. Yeah,
well, I'll tell you one thing. If it goes under 100, I may buy like $1,000 worth.
Yeah, well, it's probably not a bad plan. Although such strategic pivots can take years for big companies to execute, as it did for IBM and Microsoft as they morphed from selling hardware to software, the early returns for Meta have been grim. For the first 9 months of the year, Meta lost $9.4 billion on its Metaverse unit, Reality Labs. It expects the unit to have significantly wider operating loss in 2023.
It is under 100. It's 99.20.
Oh, it has dropped further, has it? Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. Get the checkbook out.
And it was even lower today, 97. Wow, that's great.
This doesn't seem real. Horizon Worlds, Meta's new virtual space, trimmed its goal for monthly active users from 280,000 from 500,000, but the space is attracting fewer than 200,000. 200,000 visitors or active users a month in Meta. Really? Might need to dig in that as well, because that would make it the leading metaverse.
Yeah.
Interesting. But then that's on the back of the article, I think it was last week, where we said, no, 2 weeks ago, where one of the head managers was in a rage because nobody within that company was actually using the platform.
Yeah.
For her. All right, well, that's a bit of a doom and gloomy thing to wrap us up on. Who's got some razzle dazzle to finish? What are we? We're just going to fizzle out on that, are we?
I can show my new art. So me, Dak, and Mass are part of this Avalon the Druids guild sort of thing. Is an MMO NFT, MMO RPG NFT, and he was Marius was on the show. One of the founder of this. Let me pull up and I created some really awesome art.
You did. I was impressed with how seamlessly you got the wheel to spin.
Oh, that took
blades.
So long to do as well.
I can imagine, especially considering you're doing that in pixels.
Blows my mind.
So let me get this. Share. So this is the front. So basically there's only 10 of these, and it's ownership into the windmill. And the windmill is what creates the food source that we could sell and make money off of. And then this is the coin. This coin represents 1/10 ownership in the SD mill.
Is that a four-headed dragon or 4 dragons?
Yes, because there's 4 founders. So it's me, Dak, Mass Chef, and Adamus.
Cool.
So yeah. And it's not cheap, but I want to say it's an adult investment game, basically. I can't wait to play it. I think there's a couple more weeks, and then Ben will be like, "Cheese, where'd you go? Get back here!"
You disappeared November 11th.
Yeah,
right before our launch.
Nah, you know me. I'm everywhere.
Avalon is also moving to console compatibility very soon. So I'm excited about that.
I'm excited too, because then you can play.
I know.
So this is cool. They're going to be on Steam. I can't wait. So many exciting things with the Metaverse. So it's great because we'll always have something to talk about.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
All right. I think that just about wraps us up for this week.
Should I get us out of here?
I think so.
Wait, Zoey.
Thank
ahead.
Zoey for jumping in and getting involved and helping us out there as we kicked along.
Zoey, you know my ending phrase?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Go ahead. Take us out of here.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Are you looking for some of that quality outdoor decor? But you got no freaking idea where to go? Oh, come on over to Samurai Aquatics and Decor for all your outdoor decor needs. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the Metaverse, do you? Yeah, just delete that. I'm still not ready, sorry. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the Metaverse, do you? Or maybe some kind of crappy ramshackle building that, I don't know, needs a bit of extra spunk to it or something. And stop mucking about and get yourself over to Samurai Aquatics Discord to see all our available stock. We've got loads of different decor to spend your pretend money on. We've got saunas to fire you up and ice baths to chew you the fudge out. Literally stock coming out of our ears. Grills, swings, seating and more. So much more. And if we don't got it, give us a buzz and we could probably make it. Get yourself on over to Samurai Aquatics at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, lickety split, and gorge yourself on outdoor decor.
Come ahead, get your pinky up. Talk wine and cheese, motherfucker. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky motherfucker. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up.
Eagle Empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get huffed and dried. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. Eagle Empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky. Eagle Empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get huffed and dried.